Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. Another good day for NVIDIA shareholders. NVIDIA is up about 2% as per my expectation. In this video, we'll discuss NVIDIA stock price movement for today and we'll try to make an assessment for rest of the week using technical charts, fundamentals, and data analysis. Now, let's get started. Starting with the daily summary, Nvidia opened at 122.02. It made a high 124.94. It made a low 121.61 and it closed at 123.51. That is 2.18% up. And after hours is still up about 0.88%. So if you remember in my yesterday video, I made a comment that there is still positive momentum with Nvidia, and there are more chances Nvidia can go up today. So that's what we saw today. But overall, the market was mixed. I see S&P was down, and also Dow Jones were down today, but Nasdaq was up. Let's take a look. So you see S&P was down about 0.19%, and Nasdaq was up about 0.043%. That's not much, right? Slightly above zero. And Dow Jones were down about 0.70%. So overall, there were more negative pressure on the overall market versus positive pressure. The good thing is Nvidia and other AI stocks were up today. We'll further take a look later in this video. Now moving back to Nvidia, last 5 days, Nvidia is still up about 5.26%. Last 1 month is down about 2.33%. Last 6 months is still up about 30.01%. And year to date, it's up about 156.40%. Now let's take a look forward P for Nvidia and other AI stocks. As of this point, Nvidia forward P is at 40.10. It's a good thing that Nvidia touched the 40 level of the forward PE and that is more stable, and also good to see that positive momentum is still with Nvidia. So there are chances that Nvidia can go up more this week. Palantir 109.18, no major change from the last week closing. SMCI 14.42, about the same what we saw end of last week. AMD slightly above the last week closing. So out of these four, only Nvidia had more momentum this week versus last week. Now let's take a look at percentage change analysis for Nvidia. So as you see, as of this point, Nvidia is up about 6.14% on the cumulative percentage change basis from the previous earnings announcement. So with that being said, is still more room for Nvidia to go up in next few weeks before the next earnings. And the last 3 days in a row, Nvidia did positive closing 0.22%, 3.97%, and 2.18%. And also, we should remember tomorrow we have weekly initial jobless claims. If the numbers does not come as expected, then probably market might go down a little bit. And that would impact Nvidia shares also. We'll talk about more weekly initial jobless claims at the end of this video. Now let's take a look technical charts. You see 180-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and also MACD chart. So as we noted yesterday that MACD started getting positive momentum and I had a comment that it should carry the positive momentum today as well. And that's what happened. If you remember yesterday and day before yesterday, I compared this behavior with this one. There was slight change, you know. In here, the MACD went down, but after touching below zero, it went up. It did not happen here, right? But after touching zero line, Nvidia got more momentum. See, in the previous chart, we had here, and now we have here. So overall, the behavior at this time is similar to this one, but you might notice that after touching somewhere here, Nvidia got negative momentum and it went down. So there is a possibility that in a day or two, Nvidia again start going down. Now let's take a look Fibonacci levels. You see Fibonacci levels on your screen. As we noted yesterday and day before, the next level of resistance was 125.19, and I made a comment that 125 is a strong resistance level and to me is a litmus test. So as you noted, Nvidia tried to break 125 level probably at least two times today, but it was not able to. Tomorrow would be interesting if Nvidia can break a 125 level and can reach out to 127 or 128. But in my opinion, it won't be very easy. On the other hand, the next level of support is 115.68. If Nvidia get a pushback in next day or two, then probably it will try to test 115 level again next week. But I'm positive that with the absence of any negative news, Nvidia either will start moving up later this week or it will do some sideways movement. The chances of Nvidia going down again to 115, in my opinion, is low. Now let's take a look Bollinger Bands. So based on Bollinger Bands, you see the gap between the upper band and the lower band is expanding. So that tells the momentum is back with Nvidia from yesterday and it still carries that momentum. So at this point, Nvidia stock is about to touch the upper band and the upper band keeps going up. So still some room for Nvidia to go further up tomorrow. Now let's take a look some news regarding Nvidia. So starting with this one that says shares of semiconductor and chip stocks are trading higher following strong earnings from Micron. So as I mentioned early this week in my video that Micron earnings is due on Wednesday and that would impact Nvidia stock. Let's take a look what happened with Micron. So as you see here on your screen and that is from finance.yahoo.com reported revenue 7.75 billion and the estimate was 7.66. So they beat the expectation for revenue and for earnings they reported 1.18 and the expectation was 1.11. So they were also able to beat the earnings as well. And for the next quarter, they provided the forecast that is higher than the market expectation. So the projection is between 8.5 billion to 8.9 billion and market expectation was 8.3. So next quarter also projected to be good for Micron. And Micron shares are 14% up after earnings report. So that should add positive impact to the tech stocks and also Nvidia tomorrow. And now this one that says stocks of the day, Nvidia shares jump as technical patterns signal market shift. CEO completes stock sale early. We also discussed yesterday that Mr. Jensen Huang completed his sale for Nvidia stocks. So that was a good thing for Nvidia and that added some momentum on Nvidia yesterday, and Nvidia carried the same momentum today. And I guess Tesla is also having a good time. It says Tesla stock rises while GM Ford hang. There are good reasons for that. So I'm not sure if you guys also following Tesla, but I used to do that, but not anymore. So now this one is regarding Blackwell chip. It says Nvidia expected to produce 450K Blackwell AI GPUs in Q4, potential 10 billion in revenue for the chip maker. So those are big numbers. I hope they do not miss the launch date in Q4. Now we see more and more tech companies started collaborating with Nvidia. For example, this one. Dell expands collaboration with Nvidia to transform telecom network with AI solutions. So that's a good thing. So Nvidia might get some revenue from this sector as well. And also you see that Dell is also having a good time. So in here it says what's going on with Dell Technologies stock. So let's open it. So it says that Dell Technologies shares are trading higher on Wednesday after the stock rejoined the S&P 500 index. So that's a good thing for Dell shareholders. So I guess that's all about news regarding Nvidia. I do not see any other impactful news for Nvidia. Now let's take a look at other AI stocks. So in my watch list, you see the mixed picture. Some are negative, some are positive. Avago, Palantir, Microsoft, Nvidia, and AMD are all positive. SMCI, Amazon, Apple, and SoundHound are negative. But I don't think this may continue tomorrow. Maybe SMCI can be again positive tomorrow because of the Micron earnings. So Micron earnings report and the future guidance should be a sign of hope for other tech and AI stocks. Now, let's take a quick look on the economic data due this week. So, tomorrow we have weekly initial jobless claims. Let's take a look historical data for the weekly initial jobless claims. So, as you see here, the last cycle the actuals were 219K and the forecast was 230K. So, the jobless claims went down, and that was a good thing for the market. And before that, you see 230K versus 227K slightly went up, and that was not a good thing for the overall market. And before that, the last 2 weeks, it went down. So in this cycle, I'm guessing the forecast is little high, and there are chances that the actuals may come lower than the forecast. And that would be a good thing for the market as well. So based on this data and also the other fundamentals, looks like Nvidia should be up tomorrow as well. So that's all about Nvidia analysis and assessment for today and rest of the week. I hope you like the video and also the spreadsheets I shown in this video are also available on my Patreon account. Thank you so much for your appreciation. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.